Welcome to JD Aero, our prized facility here at the airport for sure. For those that don't know me, my name is Terry Boss. I'm the president and CEO of the Sault Ste. Marie Airport Development Corporation. We're a private, not-for-profit corporation that owns and operates the Sault Ste. Marie Airport. We've been doing so since 1998. We're one of the only ones in the country that are privately owned in a regional airport. So it's always great to get funding assistance, and it's amazing to have the province here today to make an announcement because without the help of funding agencies, we wouldn't be able to survive and prosper and keep the airport viable. So without further ado, and I don't want to steal their thunder, but welcome to JD Aero on behalf of the airport and the JD Aero staff and my staff that's over there as well. Again, like I said, it's our pride and joy here at the airport, something that came up during our ownership. So they've been here for over a decade now. But at this point, I'd like to call up Sault Ste. Marie's newest MPP, a friend of JD Aero, and obviously a friend of the airport, making this announcement here today, our new MPP, Chris Scott.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks a lot to JD Aero for hosting us today and for the incredible work that you guys do every single day to keep this city front and center on the map of aviation excellence. So thank you guys. And to all the business leaders, workers, and community partners who are with us today, thank you for being here and thank you for everything you guys do to move Sault Ste. Marie forward. I think this city is fueled by workers, builders, innovators, and doers. And today is a celebration of your work. It's always a good day when we get to shine a light on local success, especially when that success is being supported by a government that understands what it means to stand up for Northern Ontario. We've heard the threats from south of the border. But our answer right here in the Soo is simple. We have what the world needs, we're ready to deliver, and we're just getting started. Our government knows that if Ontario is going to compete, if we're going to protect what matters most, and if we're going to meet the challenges of the future, it starts with unlocking the full potential of the North. And that's exactly what today's announcement's about. In a moment, you're going to hear from my colleague, Minister George Pirie. He's a passionate Northerner, a straight shooter, and a leader who knows that the road to a stronger, more self-reliant Ontario runs right through cities like the Soo. I'm not going to steal his thunder because I am hoping that this is the first of many visits, but I will say this. What's happening here today is about showing the world that when you invest in Northern Ontario, you're not just supporting local jobs, you're backing the best of what Ontario has to offer. To everyone involved in today's announcement, congratulations. I'm proud to be your voice at Queen's Park, and prouder still to see our community getting the kind of recognition and investment it deserves. And now, it's my absolute pleasure to introduce someone who needs no introduction across the North, the Minister of Northern and Economic Development and Growth, the Honourable George Pirie.
Oh, thanks, Chris. It's a real pleasure for me to be here today, for sure. You've heard me speak many, many times. You know, I'm the MPP for Timmins. You know, I was raised in South Porcupine, but I grew up in the mine site villages of Dome and Domex. I was raised in the shadow of a headframe. I was lucky enough to have an international career that brought me all around the world. The only continent I never worked on was in Antarctica. You've heard me talk about my passion about the North. You've probably read recently where I said Northern Ontario is the most valuable piece of real estate in the Western Hemisphere, if not the globe. We have what the world wants and needs, and we've got it right here in Northern Ontario. We are performing an exceptionally important task as Northerners, as we pivot away from the tariffs that have inflicted our economy from President Trump. It's a real pleasure here today to talk to you about our role as the government in these announcements. And it's all about supporting Northern communities, all communities, including the Indigenous communities. So when I'm talking to you today about 9 companies that we've invested $3.7 million and will generate about 38 jobs. This is where it starts. It starts with the government that's committed to developing and ensuring that Northern Ontario thrives. That's what this is all about. I think I've said everything here. I'm not following the remarks, but I just want to say how important this ministry is to the North as it invests in the communities and the people in the North. Sault Ste. Marie has been particularly affected by the tariffs. When we, with Algoma Steel, when we finish with this announcement, we'll be going over to visit with Algoma. So you must understand, our government is committed to protecting Ontario and the people that are affected by these tariffs. They're arbitrary, they harm us, but we have the resilience and strength to overcome anything that we can face. So folks, it's a real pleasure for me today to announce $3.7 million being invested with 9 companies. This funding is coming through the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund Corporation. $1 million for the Sault Ste. Marie Airport Development Corporation to fund the construction of 11,200 square foot storage facility to house aircraft maintenance equipment for JD Aero. $1 million for Palmer Construction Group to purchase asphalt recycling equipment that will allow for more efficient and environmental-friendly asphalt production. $593,926 for China Steel to purchase new production equipment. $5,220 for Ontario Concrete Finishing Sub to purchase a new concrete pump and surveying equipment to expand its market base in Northern Ontario. $312,535 for Norquay Trusses Limited, a manufacturer of prefabricated wood building products, to expand its business and to create a dedicated facility to focus on production and panel products. $153,507 for Woolwich Tool, a family-owned business providing tool repair services to relocate its operations to a newly built service center to increase production capacity. $121,869 for Rolling Pictures, an audio and video post-production company, to expand its machine room and purchase new equipment. And $45,270 for Hardwood Hill Enterprises, a family-owned manufacturer of cedar-barreled saunas. These are really and truly the kind of investments that protect Ontario's future. They're targeted to expand businesses, to attract new businesses, and to grow the economy. It's been a real pleasure for me to be here today to make this announcement in Sault Ste. Marie, which has nothing but a very, very proud and prosperous future in front of us. You guys are doing a great job. And I want to finish with one comment. When I'm talking to any community, I talk about how important it is to be proud of your community. And Sault Ste. Marie has pride by the bucket lots, because that's what it takes. You have to be proud of your community. You have to be involved. You want to make sure that it thrives. And Sault Ste. Marie has got that pride. And with that pride, you secure your future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Minister and MPP. So the funding here for JD Aero obviously allowed us to build a cold storage facility that you'll see out back that's allowed them to clean out their hangar and expand into doing jet service here. So it's a great expansion for JD Aero. And I'm glad you guys are invested and interested, because I heard on the way in that JD Aero may need a new third hangar at some point here in time. So we may be knocking on your door. But once again, thank you to my staff, JD Aero staff, and all of you here in attendance today from the NHSC. Thank you to the NHSC staff and the board for all the work they did in helping us secure this. Obviously, it's a long process and there's a lot of work, and we really appreciate the efforts of their staff. So at this point, that brings the press conference portion to an end, but of course, the MPP and the minister are here, and I'd be happy to answer any questions as well. So I'm not sure if you want a picture, we can all get together. It's up to you guys. Thank you.